Hi friends, welcome to Timing Python series. In this video, we're going to talk about Introduction to Folium Python library for creating interactive maps in Python. By the end of this video, you'll get to know about an introduction to Folium Python library, how to create an output HTML file which will contain interactive map like this. And in this map, it will be centered at your desired location so that when you open the HTML file, your map will be centered at the location you desire and with your desired zoom-in level. And you will also have a layer switcher control over your map at the top right so that you can select between different tile providers. You will also get to know how to use different tile providers like this instead of the default OpenStreetMap tile provider. So let's get started. Before we use Folium, we have to install it, right? So it's really simple to install Folium. You just have to write python -m pip install Folium. So let me open the command line here. I'll just open the command line and I'll just write python -m pip install Folium. So I'll just install Folium using this command in my Python environment. I've already installed Folium, so I'm getting requirement already satisfied. But in your case, if you did not install Folium, you'll get downloading Folium and stuff like that. So once it's done, you are ready to use Folium Python library in your Python projects. Alright, how to create a Folium map object so that you can display it in your HTML files. So I'll just open a blank folder. I'm going to open it with VS Code. Alright, my VS Code is open now. I'm just going to create a new file and I'm just going to name it index.py. So this is my Python file. So I'm going to start using Folium in this Python file. First thing I have to do is import Folium. So I'll just write import Folium. And then I have to create a map object, right? So I'll just write map object, any variable name equal to Folium.map. And that's it. You got your map object now. And if you want to see your map object, you can't see it in the command line. But if you use Jupyter Notebooks, you can see the map object in your interactive shell. So I'm just gonna convert this Python file to a Jupyter Notebook using hashtag %%. It will insert Jupyter cells in your Python file. So I just run this Jupyter cell now. So these two lines are executed. So if you want to see the map object, I'll just write map object, and if I just press Shift Enter, you can see I've got my map object initialized and I've got my map object in my interactive output. So if you don't want to write in map object here in this console, you just can write here map object, and if you run this cell again, you can see the object is coming. I mean, at the end of the cell, if you write something, it will be displayed in the interactive output. It's really simple, just one line of code to create a map object. But if you want this map object to be centered at a particular location, say Mumbai, how can you do that? So you have a input to this map constructor which is called location. Using this location input, you can specify the center of your map when it is initialized. So it's simple array, and you got to do two things here: give the latitude and give the longitude. I just written arbitrarily 23, 25. So how can I search the latitude, longitude of Mumbai? I'm just going to open a new Firefox tab or any browser tab, and I'll just go to Google Maps, and here I'm going to open the Google Maps, and here I want to search the location. I'll just write Mumbai here. And if I just search Mumbai in my Google Maps, I can get the latitude, longitude of that, right? Here from the URL, I'm extracting this latitude, longitude. I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to use that here in my location attribute. So if I just paste this, now my map should be centered at a location with latitude, longitude of this array. So if I just run this cell again, you can see now if I zoom out a little bit, you can see my map is centered at Mumbai actually. My map is initialized at my desired location, but it zoomed in too much. So how can I change the initial zooming level of my map? I just can write another input to this map constructor. I'll just write zoom start. It will create an initialized zoom for your map object. So let me keep my zoom start as something like 1. 1 is really zoomed out version, so that I just wanted to demonstrate how zoomed out it can be. So this is the least zooming you can have. Now let's run my Python cell. Here you can see my map is completely zoomed out. So if you want to zoom in a little bit, I'll just write zoom start equal to something like 4. I'll just save it and run my cell again. And here you can see now my map is zoomed at my desired level. I can even increase the zoom level. I just write zoom start as 5 and run this. You can see now my zooming is a little bit zoomed in. So this way you can initialize your map with your desired location and the zooming level. You can see by default you got the zooming control, and your map can be manipulated using this grab handle also. So if you want this zoom control to be disabled, you just can give a simple input like zoom underscore control equal to false and run this. You can see I don't have the zoom control on my map. If you want, you can disable the zoom control also. I'll just remove this for the time being. I got my map initialized at my desired location and with the desired zooming level. So in a single line, you can do so much. Isn't this powerful, guys? If you want to share this map to your friends, I have to get a HTML file out of this map object. And it's really simple, guys. You just write map object dot save and give the path of the HTML file. I just save the HTML file in the same folder. So I'll just write something like output.html. So what I'm doing is I'm saving the map at this file location. So if I just run this Python file, you can see in my location where the Python file is present, I got the output file called output.html. And if I just open this, you can see my map is centered at my desired location and with my desired zooming level, and I got the HTML file and it's interactive. If I just reload it again, once again it will be centered at my desired location with the desired zooming level. Now I can distribute this HTML file with my friends. So this is a really powerful feature of Folium. You can create output from your map object and you can distribute it for publishing. This is how you can save your map object as a HTML file. And the next topic is how to show layer controls button on your map. Here you can see in my output, I have this layer controls button at the top right where I was able to select the different tile providers, right? So how can I enable this in my output? You can see in my output, I don't have that. So how can I enable that? It's really simple, guys. You just have to write folium dot layer control and dot add to, and you just add this to my map object. So my map object is a variable called map object. So I've just written folium.layerControl.add to map object, and now my layer control button will be at the top right of my map object. If I just run this cell, and here you can see I got my layer switcher, but you can see I've got only one tile provider. That means by default, if you initialize your Folium map object, it will be provided with a tile provider called OpenStreetMap, and you can see it here. But if you want to get more tile providers provided by Folium Python library, I've given a link in my blog post. Here, this is the link. And here you can see Folium has given you some map providers called OpenStreetMap and Stam and Terrain, something like that. How can you add more built-in tile sources to your Folium map? It's really simple, guys. You just have to write folium.tilelayer and provide the map provider. Except OpenStreetMap, if you provide different tile layer provider, you have to give the attribution also, and you just have to give that using this attr attribution equal to, and ideally you have to place the link of that map tile provider so that he gets credited, but you can write anything here. So this is how you can add more tile layers to your Folium maps. So here folium dot tile layer, and here I'm going to write the tile layer provider name. So here I'm using the built-in tile layer called Stam and Terrain, and I'm going to give attribution to the tile provider. So I'll just write attribution equal to, and I'll just write the same thing here, Stam and Terrain, Control C, Control V. Then I'm going to add this tile layer to the map. So for that I'll just write add to, and I'll just write map object. So I've added one more tile layer to my map object now using this folium.tile layer, and I've given the name of that built-in tile provider of Folium, and I've given the attribution to the tile layer. Let me try to run this cell again, and now you have to see two tile layers now. And here you can see I've got Stam and Terrain and OpenStreetMap. So during the initialization of my map object, I can even give my default tile provider here. I just write tiles equal to, I can even give Stam and Terrain here and write OpenStreetMap here, so that my OpenStreetMap will not be the default, but it will be the secondary tile provider. So let me try to see here. I just run this cell again. You can see my map has default tile provider as Stam and Terrain, and then I've got additionally OpenStreetMap. So using this tiles input to my map, I can change my default tile provider, and I can add more tile layers here, and using this layer control I can switch between the tile providers. And here one more thing you can do, actually tiles equal to none, so you don't need to have any tiles on your map. So using this tiles equal to none feature, you can disable tiles for your map completely. So if I just commented out this adding tile layer also, so that you can understand how a map looks without tiles. So if I just run this cell, you can see I don't have any tiles on my map because by default I have provided the tiles as none here. So now if I write tiles equal to Stam and Terrain and just run this again, now you can see I've got my map initialized with tiles of Stam and Terrain, and I've got only one layer. And now if I just uncomment this again, so I'm writing folium.tile layer, and I've given OpenStreetMap as my next tile provider. And if I just save this and run this cell, you can see I've got two tile providers, which is Stam and Terrain and OpenStreetMap. So this way, using this tile layer concept, you can add more and more tile providers to your Folium map object. But if you want to get tiles from external tile providers, you just write folium.tile layer just as the previous case, but now you provide the URL of that external tile provider, and you can get tile providers now from external tile providers also. All the options that can be explored here are given at this link in my blog post, so just go there. This is the leaflet external providers demo page, and here you can see You can select between the tile layers, all the options of the tile layers. This tile layer seems a bit interesting, so I'll just copy this tile layer URL here from this page. I'll just copy this, and now I can use that to create a new tile layer. So first I will just duplicate this line, and here instead of OpenStreetMap, I'll give the URL of the tile layer. And what was the name of this? I just want to write the name of this, Open Topo Map. So I'll just copy this here. I'll give the attribution as Open Topo Map, and here I can give the name of this tile provider also. So I'll just write name equal to Open Topo Map, and this is the attribution. So now I've got a new tile layer by using folium.tilelayer and the URL of that external tile provider, and I'm giving the name of the tile provider and the attribution of the tile provider. Now I've given a tile layer from an external source. So I just save this and run this cell. Now you can see I have to get three layers, which is the default Stamen Terrain, OpenStreetMap, and OpenTopoMap. So now you can see I've got another map provider from the external URL, which is not the default of Folium. So that's really simple. Also, just give the URL of the tile provider and add it as a tile layer. And those external tile providers can be accessed at this URL provided by Leaflet. And here you can select any layer, and you just copy the tile layer URL and use it in your code. Alright, so now let's save this output and see how it looks like in a file. I'll just run this now, and yeah, my execution is complete. I'll just open this output.html file. I've got my three tile layer providers, Stamen Terrain, OpenStreetMap, and my external provider, which is OpenTopoMap here. And this is how I can use the external tile providers. So alright guys, this is the essence of this tutorial now. First you got to import Folium, and you have to initialize the map object. So this is how you can initialize the map object, and this is the default map center and default the map zooming and default tile provider of the map you have initialized. And you can add new tile layer using this folium.tilelayer and provide the default provider. And if you're not providing the default map provider, you can provide tiles from external map provider also by using this URL style map providers, and you can give the name and attribution to that. And this is how you get the external tile provider. And you can even add a layer switching control button at the top right of your map object using this one line, and you can save your map using this map.save function. And your output should be looking something like this, where you can have a zoom control, you can have a layer switching control, and you can have multiple tile providers like this. You can see I've created a blog post on using Folium Python library to create interactive maps. I have even given the source code of this example in this blog post so that you can practice in your own PC. I have also given the links to the references of Folium documentation and Leaflet documentation so that you can do further readings. So be sure to check out the link of this blog post in the description of this video. Hope you like this video guys. Thank you for watching.